Hi, my name is Jayashree Kurup. I'm editor CIDC Nirman, and I have with me Ehtesham. You are from Digitrak, right? So tell us something about your technologies.
So we are into horizontal directional drilling locating technologies, and we have been a pioneer in this industry for last 35 years. In fact, the world's first horizontal directional drilling locator was produced by our company. Our company is based out of Seattle, USA, and I head the Asia Pacific right now. And this technology helps us put all our optical fiber, our oil and gas pipelines, water, sewer, electricity. So all the pipes which are going underground are typically going with horizontal directional drilling technology, which has taken roots in India in a big way. Today, the total strength of the population will be about 6,000 machines in India working with about 3,800 contractors. So that's the scope of the work. From the length and breadth of India, you talk about Andaman, you talk about J&K, you talk about, extreme corners of India, everywhere the technology has percolated as of now. And we are happy that this technology is progressing. A lot of new innovations are coming in the technology. Clients are becoming a lot more savvy. They are asking questions which they never used to ask before, such as they are now talking about as-built drawings, machine-generated as-built drawings versus earlier the manual drawings were enough. They are now talking about planning, how you are planning a job, because first you have to do a planning. Now they are talking about planning softwares, planning tools, and that's why we are also moving towards that.
Which are the sectors with?
This is used by, so if you look at it, the top customer for this technology right now is optical fiber. That is all the telecom companies, be it Airtel, Jio, BSNL. In fact, Jio is probably the world's largest owner of this technology. They own about 450 of these machines. And BSNL, so that's the largest. That's about 60% of the market. Next 20% of the market is in the oil and gas. So all the oil and gas pipelines, starting from a 32-inch line to a 4-inch line or a 2-inch line going inside the house is being laid with this technology. So that's second. Then you must be seeing that now we are not seeing the overhead electric lines anymore. The lines are all going underground. That is a big user of this technology. In fact, all the work for making those lines underground is done by the HDD technology. Then increasingly we are seeing water and sewer sector. When it comes to a new installation, people are using our technology. In fact, Goa has been one of the major users of HDD technology for their sewerage network. Although the first city which used was Muradabad, I still remember 2009-10. No, 8-9. 2008-2009, Muradabad was the first city which resorted to HDD as a technology to lay their sewer lines. They won the award also under the JNNURM. So yeah, I mean, all these sectors are using the technology.
Do you have enough trained manpower?
Trained manpower is always a concern. In this industry, most of the technicians are trained by the technicians, and that brings a lot of bad habits. We are trying to change that. We are sponsoring training schools. We have an open invitation to the people to come to our office and get themselves trained at no cost. We also have a virtual reality training simulator for them to be trained. Okay, so yeah, we are doing a lot when it comes to our training. My office is in Delhi, and we have conducted training workshops in as far back as Muzaffarnagar, where we sponsored, group of 60 people to be trained at our cost for 3 months. And then we helped them in the placement as well once they got trained in the technology.
Who are the students who should be looking for a career?
So that when it comes to being a technician, ITI holders are the best. When it comes to being a supervisors, I think the diploma holders also work out. And this is a very rewarding technology. It's a hard work. It's a work which requires typically 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. It's work alongside the road, not in the office. Your job is changing. But think about it. A typical ITI graduate in a 2 years time is able to get a salary easily of 30 to 40,000 rupees per month. Enough work in the market, and the work is going to increase in the next 3 months. As a huge project of BSNL is coming, 640,000 kilometers of optical fiber work is coming.
Is your work primarily in the urban?
See, right now it has come to a level whereas even if you give a contract for the open cut and say that pipe has to be laid, at least 1 meter below, people will use the technology to lay the pipe as it has become cheaper. So when I started work in this technology, that was way back in 99, 2000, the rates were 2,000 rupees per meter of year 2000 level. Today, the rate is 200 rupees per meter. The technology has commoditized. A lot of it has indigenized. A lot of Chinese technology has come, which has made this technology cheaper. And efficiencies have been taken. I mean, in those days, 50 meters per day used to be a huge achievement. Today, people are doing more than 500 meters per day.
Do you need any policies?
Absolutely. So India is probably the only country where there is no law in terms of what pipe you are putting underground. There is not even a guideline paper which tells you which relay should be at which depth and how you should map it. Who is the custodian of that data? In a typical US and European concept, there is a concept called subsurface utility engineering, which they developed in 1970s. And there is something called one call. So in a US, if I want to dig at any specific place, what I do is I make a one call for the whole city, and that provider is supposed to give me what all is underground so as my drilling is safe. There is no concept of that in India, and I think it's time we have to get into that because our undergrounds are much more crowded than our above grounds today.
And have smart cities helped in any way?
Smart city is helping. Some of the smart cities are going for common ducts, which is a very nice initiative, whereas multiple utilities can go inside one duct. Some of the smart cities are laying their own fiber and making everybody rent their fibers rather than putting new lines every time. So yes, some of the smart cities are working smartly in terms of using the technology and also regulating it in a manner to look at the long-term future of the city. But a lot more has to be done.
The future, the next 2 to 5 years, and predict what's going to happen in the...
So next 2 to 5 years, there are two sectors which are going to be big. One is, of course, the horizontal directional drilling, because as I said, one of the big project of BSNL is coming. And that project, it's very interesting. The finance for that project is there with the government for the last 10 years. It has come from the USOS fund. USOS, you and me used to pay a cess to the government for every mobile call we were making for the services in areas which is not reachable. And that fund got collected, and fund is big. And that fund the government cannot use it in anywhere else. They have to use it in purification of technology, and that is the fund which is funding it. So that project is huge. That project will require the strength of this HDD technology to increase by about 20%. So 6,000 machines are there, 20% more machines are going to be needed. Okay, so that's one. Then rehabilitation is another work which is happening a lot in the trench test technology. Not exactly my domain, but yeah, rehabilitation, because water and sewer is becoming hot. And why it is becoming hot, people don't understand. India has made a commitment to a WTO that more than 95% of the water will be used. Today, our water usage efficiency is less than 70%. And 10 years ago, it was less than 50%. So we have made a huge strides, but we still have to make more strides. And that's why you are seeing the water rehabilitation work coming on. I mean, some of our sewer systems, like Calcutta sewer system was, 80 years old? Brick sewers. And we have to renovate all those and bring new sewer system. Plus sewer system is strained on multiple factors. Population has increased, everybody knows. But more than population, our per capita sewage has increased. Per capita sewage itself has increased. I am using more water than my father was using every day, right? And it is there for all the utilities. So, and all that sewer has to be processed. Then now, first time we are getting conscious of putting sewer in our rivers. Thankfully so. Now all the rivers have to be clean. Now, river cleaning missions are never going to be successful if we on one hand we keep cleaning the river, on the other hand we put sewerage there. We have to clean our sewer before we put in there, right? And that's what the Delhi Interceptor sewer was all about, right? So, and almost every city needs such projects because they can't discharge their sewage in the sea or a river they were discharging before.
Thank you so much. All the best to you.